And that those are selling because people still want to have their own place, and those are still relatively affordable for somebody who makes about $100,000 a year. But that's the entry level purchase. Like $100,000 in 2025 with minimal down payment gets you into a $500,000 condo. That's it, right? So by virtue of that, young professionals who are hitting that 100K a year in larger municipalities, who are paying rent, they are starting to consider purchases over rentals because, well, the number is starting to make a little more sense, right? Like if you were $1,000 short compared to what you were paying on rent versus a mortgage just last year when the rates were like you said, 200 basis points higher. Well, now 200 basis points lower, I mean, the gap isn't so wide, right? It's starting to make a little bit more sense. So people who are smart, like the ones that have been sitting it out and they're waiting for the opportunity, so to speak, and they're really paying attention, um, this is the time to go and get the condo you want because there aren't many people looking. So you're, by virtue of that, one of the very few who is considering. And so if you're looking around for those condos now and you're picking something with a view to the lake and a parking spot and all the upgrades and finishes, you could actually do quite well because there are so few buyers that the sellers are waiting for you to place an offer, right? So it's actually quite, again, quite empowering for that segment of the young professionals that is making offers of about 100K and has about $25,000 down.
I guess investors then are running for the hills because they're not making it their primary residence. They
That's right.
might be able to cash flow on the smaller ones, but a lot of them didn't want those micro condos to begin with at up front unless they bought them pre-construction.
Yeah.
And if they did that when they were assuming rates were going to be lower, now they're getting killed. Um,
Yeah. Yeah. And then the condos that are coming due for closing right now, right? Like the ones that are being built, like the challenge with appraisals is still very real. Like last year, I don't know how many I had where people applied for a mortgage and we appraised the property. It was like $100,000 under or more. Like condos that were 640 sold or 650 sold, appraising at 550, right?